Hi everyone. In our last video, we discussed about the types of the business entities which are there in the US taxation. Today, we discuss about the S corporation. S corporation, as we discussed in the last video, that S corporation is a pass-through entity. It is not the double tax entities. S corporation is going to pass on all its profits, all its losses, all income and expenses to its shareholders, and the shareholders are going to pay the tax on it. So S corporation does not pay the taxes. S corporation does not pay the taxes. Shareholders of the S corporation pays the taxes. Now, why such a weird name? S corporation, C corporation? Because S corporation is governed by subchapters S of IRC. IRC is Internal Revenue Code. The way in India we are having Income Tax Act 1961, there we have US IRC, Internal Revenue Code. Similarly, C corporation is governed by subchapter C of IRC. Similarly, partnership firm is governed by subchapter K of IRC, but we don't call it K corporation. We still call it the partnership. Okay, moving on. Any company whenever it gets made, whenever you are actually incorporating any company, by default everyone, this is going to be C corporation. So that means it's not that you created the company and automatically it would be the S corporation. No, by default it is going to be C corporation. You have to make an election, everyone, so that it will become S corporation. You have to make that election, only then it is going to be this. Election we make in form 2553. We make the election in form 2553. In coming videos, I'll discuss what are the eligibility, how you can make the election in the coming videos. It's just for your referring only now. Okay. Now, when I say this, S corporation is a pass-through entity. That means it is not supposed to pay the tax. But is S corporation, does S corporation needs to file the return? Yes. S corporation needs to file the return and it files 1120S. Easy for us to remember, everyone. C corporation is 1120. S corporation is going to be 1120S. S basically is for the S corporation. But when S corporation does not have to pay the taxes, then why are we filing the return? This return is basically called the informational return. Informational return. So basically you are providing the information to the IRS for their purposes only. For example, if let's say S corporation is having a profits during the year, and its profit is, let's say, $10,000. It is going to file it to IRS saying that my income is under 1120 is $10,000. But the S corporation is not going to pay the taxes. S corporation is going to inform the same to its shareholders. Profit is $10,000. Now, shareholders are going to file the return to IRS in their individual return, which is 1040. But if the shareholders are filing the return and saying that my profits from the S corporation is, let's say, $8,000. Now, IRS has both the information, 1120 from the S corporation also, 1040 from the shareholders also. Now, IRS can easily identify and see there is a gap. There is a gap and IRS can issue the notice because of that also. Because there is a gap between whatever the S corporation is saying and whatever is the shareholders are saying. Is it the case that the S corporation, which is governed by subchapter C, sorry, subchapter S, and C corporation, which is governed by subchapter C, are they very different? No. In fact, majority of the sections of the C corporation will apply on the S corporation, barring there are some changes, wherever there are some contradiction, there the subchapter S will prevail. Otherwise, most of the laws of the C corporation will prevail as it is. So I'm writing a note on that. Please, you can copy that. Most of the provisions of subchapter C will prevail mentioned in subchapter S. One more note about the election I'm making it. S corporation is a corporation that has elected to be taxed under subchapter S of IRC. It has elected. That means by default you are not S corporation, you have elected for that. Hopefully you guys have noted this. I'll stop it here only, guys. So this is our first video in the series of the S corporation. Going forward, I'll create more videos about what are the eligibility criteria, how can we make the election in that case, what are the termination in that case. All of it will continue. Please follow the space. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the notifications, you get all the information whenever we are uploading the video. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the coming videos.